Don't tell me. Is this another Slenderman type review? It's not. Why do I smell a liar?
Do you even have a nose? The point is, ever since Piranha, I've been inspired to review the classics.
To remake it yourself because you're so low budget?
No, I'm too lazy for that. But, come on, the classics are great. You get to sit back, watch and relax. No great effects, it's just people living in the moment and also getting really creative with everything.
Wow, that almost made me feel something. Maybe I'm having a hernia or something.
This is why the church sends its strongest priests to bless this place. After getting abducted by aliens in the intro credits, doesn't get much better than this, folks. We see a woman quite tipsy as she's trying to seduce this man who clearly is having a swell time. And we see Lucy and Willie are watching.
FBI should be knocking on this door any minute now.
And for some reason, Willie's just bound and gagged, but Lacey isn't. I'm sure this will lead Willie to have not only a healthy relationship with his parents, but with his fear of the dark, commitment issues, social skills, the fact that he probably now has a kink now. Lacey then decides to free her brother, who decides to walk with the knife in front of him. And of course, he kills the mother's boyfriend.
Oh, I have all my fingers. The knife goes chop chop.
We cut to 20 years later as the two now live with their aunt as Lucy has some repent, but maybe because she has an inkling something is going to happen. And Willie, well, he's gone mute. At dinner, a letter arrives for the two as it's from their mother, who may or may not have much time left as she asks for one last time to see them. This rightfully scares the two as Willie leaves, but not for long, since he burns the letter and keeps the knife. So as you can see, he's doing way better than what he was before. While not doing mentally alright, he does have a job and he is getting through life. It seems like he's kind of doing...
Who would have thunk it?
No, actually, it was just a dream of Lucy's. She refuses to see her mom, but Jake, her sheriff boyfriend, says otherwise. Willie hears this. I mean, she did scream, so I'd be kicking the door down, but who am I to judge? He hears Jake tell her she needs to see the house and her mother to get things off of her chest. The past won't hurt her if she confronts it. They see a psychiatrist and she tells him everything. Hey, Doc. I know this is the 80s, but I don't think an exorcism is needed yet. The psychiatrist basically said what Jake said, see the house as it is now, then what it was before. We cut to Willie, who is working around the house, as Katie comes around, and she's here to harvest some eggs.
Only eggs can sustain me.
Katie flirts with Willie, who ends up choking her, but drops her. She runs off, calling him crazy. Tell me why the psychiatrist doesn't have both Lacey and Willie visit him? Oh yeah, because no one cares about Willie and his problems. Also, it's the 80s, so guy problems don't exist. I'm very surprised that they had one-on-one time with Lacey at one point, because if her husband's not there. Lacey and Jake make it to the house and see it's for sale, but someone still lives inside. All seems to be going well as they get a grand tour, but Lacey walks to her parents' bedroom and sees the old boyfriend and breaks the mirror. So now this is where Jake's the bad guy, calling what she was doing a bunch of fantasies in her head and is unwilling to tolerate this. Man, it takes a person to go through something traumatic as a child, having nightmares which results in screaming in the night, breaking mirrors, and just all kinds of things just to get a free trip to the psych ward. I heard they have juice boxes. So Jake puts all the pieces back together, and you say she's crazy? The uncle basically tells Willie to clean the mirrors he's covered with paint and to throw the mirror that Jake brought and put together, and to basically throw it away. But there's one piece missing, and for some reason, back at the old house, it glows red. Oh great, a haunted mirror. Lovely. The mirror that sees. That's mine. Fuck you. It's mine. Trademark. Fuck you. The mirror that sees. The mirror that glows. The mirror that haunts. The mirror that shares the dead. I don't know, man.
You got eczema?
I got what?
Got eczema?
Boogeyman!
Yeah, okay then. So now we're dealing with a ghost who's freed from the mirror type of story. Not gonna lie, I'm kinda let down. And the ghost tries to kill them.
Boo!
Speed round. So for some reason now the shards can kill people or make people kill each other or themselves. It happens to a group at the beach because Kevin has it stuck to his shoe. Sure, this concerns none of our group, nor should it be here. It literally does nothing to us or the plot. It takes for Jake to be cut while putting the mirror back on. No, scratch that. It takes seeing Lucy's shirt cut to make them realize that the mirror is evil. The uncle calls the pastor. It goes as well as you expect.
Yeah, hello, Sheriff Dawson, please.
The uncle and Ann are killed. Jake nearly melts as Lacey has a piece of glass over her eye. Okay, I don't really get it, but I guess if you must. The pastor gets it out, but becomes a human knife holder and dies. Willie speaks. Lacey goes after Kevin, who runs away. Jake and Willie throw the mirror down the well, and it fucking explodes. Is the well made of holy water? What the hell is going on here? No, for real. That's the third time that shit has caught fire in the fucking sink. Also, they never go see the mom.
Good for her.
And the kid still has the mirror fragment in his shoe. It's clearly a different shoe, by the way. It's left behind at the graveyard where the mom and the boyfriend are. Also, why the mom and the boyfriend buried next to each other? I don't know. Okay, you do you. And the mirror fragment, again, is left there to do absolutely nothing but be cut into little fragment pieces. And I'm just remembering this now. There were other little fragment pieces that were left, after, the pitchfork nearly killed both Lacey and Willie, way later on. So, those pieces also have the ability to kill, because they were tiny pieces and they were just swept away. And also, I'm sure there's even littler fragments still at that house. So does that also mean that, wherever it goes, this mirror can just start killing people for fun? What happens after Lacey and Willie die, is it gonna go after Jake and Kevin? What happens if they die? Is it gonna go after them? What if they all just decide, nah, we're good, we're not gonna marry anymore? There are so many, issues just realizing this, that what's the point of having these little fragments when apparently it takes one the size of your thumb to be, deadly, but the tiniest little pieces can't do anything, even though the point is that the mirror itself is evil now and holds the dead. So anything revolving around this mirror should indicate that, guess what? You're gonna die! Good. I like how both Lacey and Willie have different lives, even though Lacey was ultimately the one to allow Willie to kill and watch it. Lacey moved on, getting a boyfriend and a kid, Kevin. Jake, who happens to be the sheriff, while feeling some remorse, while Willie has shut himself from the world, even though both have moved on. Neither able to go back and fix anything, but ultimately free from the abuse. Fun fact, both the actors for Lacey and Willie are actual real-life brother and sister. I like how we see both sides of Lacey and Willie's mentality. Lacey feeling like a shell of herself, showing some dissociation, while Willie's more manic and on edge, painting the mirrors with black, and even hurting people who do things that he's never done or has shown to have some trauma with. Why does the sink catch fire? It's so stupid, I love it. Bad. Why didn't Willie kill the mom? She was a drunk who allowed him to be abused. Not only that, but why didn't she say Willie did it? Maybe because she would have been arrested for child abuse. Actually, now thinking about it, why didn't the children say, nope, children, scared children and abuse victims? So, the mom's boyfriend who just comes back to haunt people is revealed 40 minutes in and ruins the movie. It was clearly either going to be Lacey or Willie going to kill, and can't deny, I was a little let down. Anytime the ghost is around, he fucking breathes in your ear like he's trying to sell me a rock at the beach. Stop it. It annoyed the shit out of me. Even then, sometimes it would go on for 1 to 3 minutes. There was no long drawn battle. It's just, and then these two died, and then these kids died. Actually, the other people never did. It could have followed them, but no. There was definitely sequel baiting, but from what I saw, it's been remade in 2005 and sequel baited to hell and back, so no thanks. It was so set up to either be one killer or two, and Why not? Actually, why not see the mom and then shit start going off? It was such a letdown for a good premise. It so clearly had one, but then it just took a left turn and most likely coming from, Friday the 13th and The Shining, which were very, very popular around the 80s. And fun fact, both of them, I think actually all three of them came out in May, March, one of the two.
There is no boogeyman in this story.
Sure there is. The boogeyman is actually inside you. He resides deep within all of us.
Wow, thanks, Velma.
Kinda true. I mean, the monster, what was brewing inside Willie and Lacey, the abuse that they went through, that came out and had nowhere to go until the haunting night came to bite.
So, it's the mom's fault.
Kinda.
Kinda?
Well, she knew her getting in touch would hurt them, but she's old and was going to die, so I don't think she cared to an extent, but didn't. A last chance to say her piece and all.
What kind of soap operas you been watching?
Ghost Whisperer.